What is up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm here today with my buddy Johnny, and we're gonna do a review on both of his cars. So these were the two that got away. We got the GTST right here, and we've got the GTR right here. So this is a low mount dash 5, and this is RB25. Are they singles?
Single turbo,
Yeah,
high
single
flowed on E85.
Yeah, sweet. So we're just gonna go basically to the national park, our favorite bit of driving road, and we'll have a chat in the car. So since we're in the twisties now,
Yes,
the question of being a boat comes to mind.
of course.
So what I'd like to do is get your opinion on it first.
Yeah. I think the whole R33 handling like a boat, it is, look, I can see where it's come from. I mean, the first R33 GTRs were, I think, in the range of like high 14 or 1500 kilos, something like that. And yeah, you know, a lighter car will always give a better feel in terms of handling. Even if it's not actually handling better, it usually will feel better because it's lighter, so it's more responsive. And I've seen a lot of 33s on stock suspension try to do runs, and even at the track with like shag suspension where it's just standard shocks, lowered springs, and yeah, they don't handle good, they're terrible.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I think once you modify a 33, which most people will, if you do it correctly or do it well enough, you start to bring out that improved suspension geometry that I was talking about earlier, that Nissan had implemented into the 33 chassis. And then from there you start reaping the benefits. So I think it's context. If you're talking about a shag stock height or shag suspension 33, yeah, it's going to handle like a boat. It is. No two ways about it.
Yeah.
You grab a 33 that's actually been loved and well set up. No, it's so far from the truth. It does not handle like a boat. Like, I've taken my 33s through track days, through national park runs, and you know, it will happily go fast and outhandle lighter cars, more expensive cars, setup cars, whatever you want to name.
Yeah.
It's trying to take a crack at it, and most of the time it's successful.
So what suspension is in here?
So in this car, it's still stock sway bars.
Okay.
But coilovers, it's got BC Racing ERs, the external reservoir ones.
Yep.
And that's all been set up properly at a shop, not just slapped together.
Yep.
And most of the bushing has been renewed, if not all, from memory. So you know, it's a fairly tight car, and it's stable.
I'm like, I know the bumps, you're probably like, oh god, but I'm impressed right now because you've got a car on coilovers, and we're like going over all these bumps like they're nothing. Like we haven't bottomed out, we haven't scraped anything.
Exactly. But at the same time, it hasn't floated like a boat would feel like, and it doesn't. You know, it hunkers down, it grips. The tires haven't squealed once. The whole boat thing. I think it's to the point where most 33 owners now just laugh at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably a stigma that's going to stay around forever.
Oh, definitely. Look, it's definitely like a tongue-in-cheek style thing, but
for most.
But it is just one of those things that unfortunately it's like, I'll even say it's a bad joke that just sticks around.
Yeah,
that's all
basically.
It is. Because I mean, even sitting in the passenger seat, like I can see, you know, how snappy the steering is. Like you're turning your hands, and the front end of the car is going where you're turning it. It's not understeering, and granted, we're not, you know, pushing it to the point of understeer, but like I can see, and it doesn't feel like the back is lagging behind. Like it feels like it's in one solid line, and you're getting a good driver feedback from suspension and tires.
Yeah.
So
I love the package. It's funny how you say, you can see my hands turning and the car responds. My previous daily was the current shape STI, which when they were designing it and engineering it, they had benchmarked it against a 911, and they were saying one of the selling points of the current shape STI, at least on the original launch suspension, was that the turn-in was faster than the 911 that they were benchmarking against.
Yeah, wow.
And driving that STI to my 33s, both my 33s turn-in response is so much faster than that STI that I had as a day.
basically about, this is your 500 horsepower build, basically. He's got twin -5 Garrett turbos, and your basic forge build. So it's built head, built bottom end with upgraded twins, and it drives to me like a factory car. Like, I mean, I just came off of driving a 700 horsepower, you know, fully built 2.8, and now I can actually say I can feel the difference, because I can feel how much, I won't say less torque, well, yeah, less torquey, the 2.6 is in comparison to the 2.8 we just drove. So where the other car had a lot more brute power, this one is just refined. Like, we're heading through the twisties, and you know, I feel like I'm just cruising, basically. Like, it's really nice to drive. I'm not having to push the car at all. Like, I'm enjoying the drive, you know. It's really nice. One thing that I immediately notice about driving a twin turbo car now is not necessarily, and I won't say that it's more responsive, but I immediately notice that the power is there earlier. It's not as strong by any means, but it's there. Whereas with a single, if you're not kind of up in the revs, like right now I'm about 3,000 RPM. So with a single, I'm usually up about 4 grand, and then boom, I've got all my power. Whereas this, I have a bit more of that linear power. It's not as much, and it doesn't feel like a strong pull, but it is a very comfortable pull. It's a fun to drive car. So I've got to say, I'm quietly impressed by the twin -5 Garretts. Now, he's got a set of BC Racing coilovers. He's got a really nice set of SSRs on it, and I'll be honest, like I feel like I'm yelling at the camera more than anything, because I'm just so used to you know, trying to talk over a really loud exhaust. Like, it's just instant power, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I'm like super impressed right now. This car is very quiet, very easy to drive. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad for you. I'm kind of stuck behind some traffic, so I might just slow down and let them go. But man, like, you forget how nice it is to drive kind of a standard car. Like, this isn't standard by any means, but it's standard enough to where, you know, it's not just brute power the whole way. So I've got to say, it's pretty nice. If I'm able to get another GTR, I will definitely build one almost exactly like this. Like, I mean, like I said before, I'll go ahead and say it. I enjoyed driving this as much, if not more, than some of the big power cars that I've driven. Because, again, you can use ounce of power that it's got. I'm just gonna pull over real quick. Alright, so we have swapped. We are now in the R33 GTST. This is my second R33 and first GTST on the channel. So I'm, like I said, more nervous to drive this due to the fact that it's rear wheel drive and it's like a dedicated track car. But I'm kind of excited. Like, I can hear the diff just clunking away right now at the low speed. But the owner has told me, he goes, you know, it is a track car. It's a cheap DIY track car. Something cheap I can run, I can brake, and not have to worry about it. So this is my first RB25 I've ever driven, and straight away I can tell how small the turbo is. It just makes it pretty responsive. This isn't exactly a big powered car or anything like that. Just your standard RB25. I mean, if you have one look into the engine bay, you'll see it's very, very, very much a budget-minded track car. Something that he can just get out there and enjoy. You know, he's got his airbox, for example, it's made out of cardboard. The intercooler surround, he's basically blocked it off so that all air has to get funneled through the intercooler, and he's used cardboard to do that as well. He's got brake duct cooling so that the brake discs don't get overly hot. He's got that cooling going straight to the brake discs, and that's hanging out the front bar. Like, this is not meant to be a pretty car. It's not meant to be a show car. That's what the 33 GTR is for. This car is literally made so that you can have fun in it. A blast. That was like, I wouldn't say 100%, but I'd say that was a good 85%. That was good. Might end up calling me Cardo GTST. Ugh, nah, that don't have a good ring to it. Some 8-pot brakes in the front, and let me tell you, they actually pull up really nice. Like, that was just a really small stab of the brakes there, and I like felt my myself kind of lifting out of the seat, which, speaking of the bucket seat, I'm not gonna lie, this is the most uncomfortable I've ever been in a car seat, because I'm sitting in a Bride. I think they're called the Lomax, but it's for small people, not 6'4", 250-pound Cardo GTRs. Yeah, it's a bit tight around the waist, but I'll be honest with you, it feels really good going through corners, and even, you know, shifting gears. Like, my bottom is planted. I can feel exactly what the car is doing because I'm not sliding around in the seat. It's uncomfortable, but I can definitely say it would be very useful on the track. Turbo just sucking air away. All right, let's see if this hair is any better. Oh yeah, I can definitely have fun with this one. You don't have to be blazing balls fast to have fun in these cars. I think that's probably something that, like, today for me is something like a good wake-up call. Not a wake-up call, a good reminder that you don't need 1,000,000 horsepower to have fun. Like, this car has more than enough power to get you into trouble and to put a smile on your face. Yeah, this is awesome. This thing, like, you can tell, and the funny thing is, like, now that I'm in this seat and I'm not moving around, I feel like I need gloves because my hands are starting to slip on the wheel because I'm needing to control the car. And I can kind of feel the car wanting to step out, but the big rubber in the back is keeping it planted. This, yeah, again, I gotta say it, this is a very, very, very fun car to drive, and it's exactly what it was built for. Just pure fun. Well, it looks like I'm coming toward the end of this day, which has been an absolute killer day. I mean, I get to drive a 33 GTR plus a GTST, review them both for you guys. I've just got to say, you know, this has been awesome. I've really enjoyed both cars. It's completely opened up my mind to R33 GTRs and the way they drive, the way they handle. It's completely opened up my mind to lower power cars as well. And yeah, I'm still gonna build a beast. That's gonna happen. But the eyes are definitely, the woke generation has kept its eyes open for me. But I'm converted, man. I gotta say, I love 33s, and yeah, we might end up having to see one on the channel. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you actually hit like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. See ya.